My name is Stephanie Hendrick, and I'm a PhD student at Umeå University. I work with communal influence in digital media and linguistics, and I have a background in performance studies and education. This is me. I am creating this video to show you a different side of youth performance in Sweden. Research and media tend to discount youth-generated digital content as a medium to bully or harass. What has not been examined is the intermediality of this content and its relationship to professionally made media. Youth-generated content is clearly influenced by popular media, remixed and disseminated in online communities of practice. What is less obvious, however, is the regeneration of this content between the amateur and the professional. I noticed a pattern emerging while gathering data for my thesis on communicative practices in weblogs. Content was being adapted by amateurs to create new extreme sports, such as Parkour, which you're watching, and what were once called street performances, which are now performed as much in the online world as the off. I initially called this a bottom-up adaptation, where big media companies were taking cues from grassroots and amateur performers. But I soon realized that this content was churning and remixing, as it would in a cyclone. The flow of content is similar to an inverted tornado, where the medium does indeed change the message, and adaptations of these messages are recycled and regenerated between amateur and professional media creators. As this pattern became more and more visible in the American content I was gathering, I became curious as to whether this was also happening in the content generated by Swedish youth. As far as I could tell from the news, and from an exhaustive literature review, content placed on YouTube and other video hosts by Swedish youth were only being portrayed as a means to bully and harass other youth. I began collecting Swedish examples of youth-generated content, that is to say, videos created by young people between the ages of 13 and 17, and found that indeed this intermediality does exist. I am applying for funding to study 2 Stockholm-based youth groups who are creating and remediating video content and uploading it to YouTube. In the clips seen here, there are obvious adaptations from movies, TV, and the online game World of Warcraft. I will collect the media created by these 2 groups, identify the various media influences, and attempt to identify if this adaptation is regenerated in Swedish mass and alternative media. This will include interviews of the participants here in Sweden, as well as the original creators of the freezes in San Francisco, California. These interviews have already been set up, and funding for travel has been applied for from the Internationalization Committee at Umeå University. Furthermore, this analysis will be used as a pilot study for an application with HumLab, a humanities computing laboratory at Umeå University, to the stiftelsen and their current area of prioritized research called Unga Nätkulturer, and exploration of how youth are using new digital media. Together, I hope that we can dispel the negative myths surrounding youth-generated media and highlight the rewarding relationship between professionally created and user-generated content. Thanks.